I'm Darren Kavanagh from the School of Engineering here at Trinity College, Dublin. And I'll talk about our NDLR project, which is called iMARK. iMARK stands for Interactive Media Annotation Resource Kit. This is a collaborative project between three departments here in Trinity, between the School of English, between the Centre for Learning and Technology, the CLT, and between the School of Engineering. The School of English had an existing resource that was the outcome of a learning and innovation project. This was developed back in 2004. The core of this resource contained digitized pages from the Piers Plowman manuscript. So they also had annotations on, so they had flash annotations on the manuscript, which contained text fields which gave explanations about the manuscript and different clues to tell you what the manuscript can tell us about the author of the text, the scribe, the person who owned the text over the years, the different people that owned it, which actually sometimes glossed or defaced the text by writing little notes or little annotations on the sides of the pages. This was an extremely successful project, and the resource now forms an integral part of Professor Eiléan's course, the book Rethinking Learning. Despite the resource's success, it had one fundamental difficulty, in that the lecturer or the academic didn't have the control to update or change content. We came up with a solution to solve this problem, which involved developing a software program that was easy to use and intuitive, so that academics in the field of arts could create their own content or their own resources. This enabled the academics to make their own annotations, which can include text field inserts, which could have explanations about the content, or they could add transcriptions, for example, or translations, which can have links to URL links to other web pages or to some of their own resources. You can have links in between. And we also added a feature of adding audio inserts, so they can have an audio explanation of the content. In our showcase example, the Piers Plowman application, Professor John Scattergood very kindly came in and made some recordings about the Piers Plowman manuscript, and he also made some recording of recital of the text itself, which is in Middle English. The recording process is very straightforward. You can use a simple microphone and a PC. We do recommend a software package called Audacity, which is a free open source software which can be easily downloaded.
Hello, I'm John Squires, a developer in the School of Engineering in Trinity, and I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration in how to actually use the iMARK system. So what we have on the screen at present is the iMARK authoring tool, the desktop application, where we will construct our interactive book. The application is deployed using Adobe Air, so it will run on most platforms such as Windows and Mac. What I'm going to create in this demonstration is a simple book using some of the high-resolution scanned images of the Piers Plowman manuscript. Firstly, we'll add some pages to the document by clicking the Add Page button in the toolbar. We just browse to find the file that we're looking for and click Open. You can see that the images have been laid out in the center of the screen. So we'll just add a few more. You can see that the book turns to the last page that was added. You can navigate through the book by clicking and dragging on the corner of the page. So now we can go ahead and add some annotations to the document. To do that, we select the Add Annotation tool from the toolbar and simply click and drag over the area that we want to annotate. As you can see, a small dialog box appears where we can add the content of the annotation. In an annotation, we can add some text, attach an audio MP3 file, or include a link to more relevant information on the subject. So we'll just add some text to this annotation. I'm going to cheat a little bit here because I have some of the transcription of the Piers Plowman text already prepared and sitting in Notepad, so I'll just copy and paste that in. Now I'll also attach a portion of Professor Scattergood's reading of the Plowman text. Simply click on the Add Audio button and browse for the MP3 file which contains the recording. We might also like to insert a link. So for example, I'll just insert a link to the NDLR website and click OK. To edit an annotation, simply click on the selected area and the dialog will reappear. You see, we can update any of the fields, or if we wish to remove the annotation, we can click delete. So once we're happy with our document, we can export the XML file, which is used to configure the interactive book. I'll click on the Export XML button, so I'll just browse to the books folder and save the file as config.xml. We can go ahead and close the authoring tool now, and we'll now see how the student will actually see the annotated document that we've just created. To do that, we'll just open the HTML file in the project folder. So you can see the book is opened up in the web browser, and you can browse through the book using the same navigation technique as before by clicking and dragging on the corner of the page, or you can use the buttons here in the toolbar. You can scroll over them to see the area to which the annotation applies. Here you can see the text that we entered beforehand, or we can play or stop the audio file.
In a summer season, when softer was the sun, he showed me into shrubs as a shepherd were.
You can also click on the link to take us to the external website that we specified beforehand. You can see that the student can very easily zoom in and out of the document using this slider in the toolbar.